If we were to consider a simulation that accurately mimics human consciousness and behavior, the requirements would be astronomical. Man-brain activity vary widely, but some researchers suggest that a human brain might require anywhere from 1 to 100 petabytes of storage to replicate all the synaptic connections and memories. For rendering complex environments and processing real-time interactions, you would need extremely powerful GPUs. Modern high-end GPUs are capable of handling complex simulations, but you might need thousands of them working in parallel to achieve a realistic level of detail and responsiveness. Also, GPU requirement is lowered by, in a large-scale simulation, GPUs would likely be shared across multiple simulated humans. But how much energy would it take to run a simulation that big? Let's calculate. High-density RAM can consume around 25 watts per GB. If we take an average of 3 watts per GB, we get that average human in simulation require 300 million GPUs typically consume between 200–400 watts each. Let's use an average of 300 watts per GPU. So we get that average human would require 300 cul. In this rough estimate, running a system with 100 PB of RAM and 1000 GPUs could require approximately 300.3 megawatts of power. This is a simplified calculation, and actual consumption could vary based on hardware efficiency, workload, and cooling requirements. To calculate the total energy requirement for running such a system across the entire global population, let's take the current estimated world population, which is around 8 billion people. Running a simulation for the entire global population of 8 billion people at the estimated energy consumption would require approximately 2,400 and 2,400 gigawatts of power. This figure illustrates the astronomical energy demands of such a hypothetical scenario. At peak capacity, the world can produce approximately 10,000 gigajoules of electricity in 1 hour. This gives a sense of scale when comparing it to the theoretical energy demand of simulating the entire population, just for the scale of possibility. Note that Sun emits an enormous amount of energy. Its total power output, known as luminosity, is approximately 380 trillion watts. And keep in mind that it is not the biggest star around. So what do you think? Is it possible? And why? Let me know in the comments.